With the supply and demand model we've seen for currencies, we know that the exchange rate will be equal to the equilibrium value, but this is assuming that there is a floating exchange rate. Now we're going to contrast this with what happens when there is a fixed exchange rate. So the idea of a fixed exchange rate is very simple. Basically, the government just chooses an exchange rate and that's all there is available. The market does not get to determine the rate at which these currencies are exchanged. The government says, for example, the Australian government could say the Australian dollar to US dollar exchange rate is 1. If you want to get Australian dollars, they cost you $1 US, and that's that. No deviations from this are allowed. So if we look at this in the context of our supply and demand model, obviously this means that the actual exchange rate, which is the fixed rate, could differ from the equilibrium rate. And this equilibrium rate is what we call the fundamental rate. So that would be here. In the event of the exchange rate being set too low, we can say the exchange rate is undervalued. We can see that supply is much too low for demand. So lots of demand for the currency means, lots of people are trying to get this currency, presumably so they can buy goods from this country.